You know, it seems like just yesterday a full night's sleep was something you just had. You'd lie down, close your eyes, and wake up hours later feeling refreshed and ready to go. But lately, maybe things feel a little different. You might find yourself waking up more often during the night, or perhaps it takes longer to fall asleep in the first place. Maybe you don't feel quite as sharp in the morning, or your body aches in ways it didn't before. Even after a seemingly decent night's rest, it can be frustrating, even a little disheartening, feeling like sleep is just harder. But what if I told you that there are some surprising things happening inside your body while you're trying to sleep after 60? Things that are absolutely crucial for your health and well-being. And that understanding them is the first step to supporting your body better, even at night. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on exactly what goes on inside you while you're catching those Z's. And we'll look at some simple, practical ways you can help your body do its important work overnight, leading to better days and a healthier you. Stick around to the very end, because there's something waiting for you that might genuinely surprise you. So, let's get started by looking at something absolutely fundamental that changes about sleep as we get older, the actual structure of our sleep cycle. Think of sleep like a multi-story building. You've got the ground floor, which is that light sleep where you're just drifting off. Then you go down into the basement for the deep, restorative sleep, often called slow-wave sleep, where a lot of the physical repair work happens. And then you've got the upper floors for REM sleep, where most dreaming occurs, and your brain sorts through memories and emotions. When we're younger, we spend a good chunk of time in that deep sleep basement, and we have nice, long stretches in each part of the building. But after 60, it's like the elevator doesn't go down to the basement as often, or for as long. We spend less time in deep sleep and also less time in REM sleep. Instead, we spend more time on the ground floor, that light sleep, and we tend to wake up more frequently during the night. It's like the building's fire alarm goes off more easily. These awakenings might be brief. Maybe you just roll over and drift back off without even remembering it in the morning. Or they might be longer, leaving you staring at the ceiling for a while. Now, why does this happen? Well, a few things are going on. Hormonal changes play a role. For example, levels of growth hormone, which is crucial for tissue repair and muscle building during deep sleep, tend to decrease with age. Our internal body clock. That tells us when to be awake and when to be asleep. Also shifts a bit. It can become less sensitive to light cues from the sun, which are so important for regulating sleep patterns. Plus, changes in certain brain chemicals that help regulate sleep and wakefulness also contribute to these shifts. It's not that your body stops doing its important nighttime jobs. It's just that the structure that supports those jobs becomes a little less robust. And what's the impact of less deep sleep and more fragmented sleep? It's significant. That deep sleep is where your body does serious physical maintenance. Muscles repair themselves, tissues grow, your immune system gets a boost. When you're not getting enough of it, you might notice you feel physically less recovered in the morning. Maybe more aches and pains, or it takes longer to bounce back from physical activity. For your brain, deep sleep is like the cleaning crew and the filing cabinet all in one. It clears out metabolic waste products that build up during the day. We'll talk more about that later, and it helps consolidate memories. It moves information from the brain's temporary storage into long-term storage. Less deep sleep can mean your memory isn't quite as sharp. You might feel a bit more forgetful, or have more trouble learning new things. And that frequent waking, it prevents you from getting those longer, uninterrupted stretches needed to cycle properly through the sleep stages, further reducing your time in the restorative parts. It's like constantly being interrupted while you're trying to finish an important task. So, understanding this is key. But what can you actually do about it? While you can't magically turn back the clock on your sleep architecture, you can certainly support your body in making the most of the sleep you do get and try to minimize those disruptions. One of the most powerful things is surprisingly simple. But it takes discipline maintaining a consistent sleep schedule. Yes, going to bed and waking up around the same time every single day, even on weekends. This helps reinforce that internal body clock we talked about. When you go to bed late on a Saturday and try to sleep in on Sunday, you're essentially giving your internal clock jet lag. This makes it harder to fall asleep on Sunday night and harder to wake up on Monday morning. A consistent schedule helps train your body when to expect sleep and wakefulness, promoting smoother transitions between stages and potentially reducing those middle-of-the-night awakenings. It's about creating a predictable rhythm that your body can follow. Start by picking a bedtime and wake-up time that feel reasonable for you and that allow for about 7-8 hours in bed, even if you're not sleeping the whole time initially. Then, stick to it as closely as possible. It might feel tough at first, especially the early wake-up on weekends, but over time, it truly helps anchor your sleep patterns. Another crucial strategy directly impacts the quality of the sleep environment. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for sleep. Think cave-like dark, quiet, and cool. Darkness is incredibly important because it signals to your brain that it's time to produce melatonin, the hormone that promotes sleepiness. Even small amounts of light from streetlights, electronics, or a clock radio can disrupt melatonin production and pull you out of deeper sleep stages or cause awakenings. Use blackout curtains if needed, cover up glowing electronics, and make sure your hallway light isn't creeping in. Noise is another big culprit for fragmented sleep after 60. You might find you're more easily startled awake by sounds than you used to be. Consider using earplugs or a white noise machine to block out unpredictable noises. White noise creates a consistent, low-level sound that can help mask sudden disturbances. Finally, temperature matters. Most sleep experts agree that a slightly cool room is best for sleep. When you're too warm, it can be harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Find a temperature that feels comfortable for you. Usually between 60-67 degrees Fahrenheit, about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. Experiment a bit to see what feels right. So, we've talked about the changes in sleep structure, less deep sleep, more fragmentation, and two big ways to support it: consistent scheduling and optimizing your bedroom environment. But sleep is doing so much more than just physical repair. Next, we'll dive into some of the other vital processes happening inside you while you sleep, and how you can help them work at their best. Building on what we discussed about the changes in sleep structure, let's look at another incredibly important job your brain is doing while you're asleep, especially after 60, and how sleep quality impacts it. It's called the glymphatic system, and you can think of it as your brain's very own plumbing or cleaning service throughout the day. As your brain cells are working hard, they produce waste products, including proteins like beta amyloid, which is implicated in conditions like Alzheimer's disease. During deep sleep, the spaces between your brain cells actually expand, allowing a fluid called cerebrospinal fluid to flow through and wash away these metabolic wastes. It's like the night shift coming in to clean up the office after everyone's gone home. This cleaning process is significantly more active during sleep than when you're awake. Now, as we age, this glymphatic system can become a little less efficient. And coupled with the decrease in deep sleep we discussed, this crucial cleaning process might not be as thorough as it once was. The consequence: a potential buildup of those waste products, which some research suggests could contribute to cognitive decline over time. This is one of those shocking truths, that simply not getting enough quality sleep could directly impact the long-term health of your brain's physical structure and function by interfering with its natural cleaning cycle. It highlights just how vital sleep is, not just for feeling alert the next day, but for the foundational health of your brain. So, how can you support this critical cleaning crew while you sleep? Interestingly, one of the best things you can do is related to your sleep position. Studies suggest that sleeping on your side might be the most effective position for the glymphatic system to do its work. While more research is needed, the theory is that side sleeping allows for better flow of that cleansing cerebrospinal fluid compared to sleeping on your back or stomach. Of course, Finding a comfortable position is paramount for sleep itself. And forcing yourself into an uncomfortable position won't help. But if you naturally tend to sleep on your side, or if you can comfortably adjust to it, you might be giving your brain's cleaning system a helping hand. Another simple thing to support this process is staying well hydrated throughout the day. Water is essential for the production and flow of that cerebrospinal fluid. You don't need to be guzzling water right before bed and risking midnight bathroom trips. But ensuring you're adequately hydrated during the day supports your body's fluid balance, which in turn supports the glymphatic system. Beyond brain cleaning, sleep is also a critical time for hormone regulation, and this too changes after 60. We already mentioned growth hormone and its role in repair. Cortisol, often called the stress hormone, follows a natural cycle, typically high in the morning to help us wake up and low at night to allow us to sleep. Disruptions to sleep, common as we age, can throw this cortisol cycle out of whack. High cortisol levels at night make it harder to fall and stay asleep, creating a vicious cycle. Poor sleep can also negatively impact insulin sensitivity, making it harder for your body to regulate blood sugar, which is a growing concern for many people over 60. Supporting healthy hormone balance during sleep involves several lifestyle factors. Managing stress during the day is huge, as chronic stress keeps cortisol levels elevated. Simple things like gentle exercise, meditation, or spending time on hobbies you enjoy can make a difference. What you do in the hours leading up to bedtime also matters immensely. That bright overhead light, staring at a phone or tablet screen, or even watching stimulating TV can suppress melatonin production and signal to your brain that it's still daytime, disrupting the natural hormone signals for sleep. Creating a relaxing wind-down routine is incredibly beneficial. This could involve reading a physical book under dim light, taking a warm bath, listening to calming music, or doing some gentle stretching. The goal is to tell your body and mind that it's time to transition from the busyness of the day to rest. Aim for at least an hour, ideally 2, of low-key activity before heading to bed. Diet also plays a role in supporting these nighttime processes. While there's no magic food that guarantees perfect sleep, certain eating habits can help. Avoiding heavy meals, excessive alcohol, or caffeine close to bedtime is crucial. Caffeine, of course, is a stimulant and can interfere with falling asleep and staying asleep. Alcohol might make you feel sleepy initially, but it disrupts the later, more restorative stages of sleep, leading to more awakenings and less quality rest. Heavy meals right before bed can cause indigestion and discomfort, making it hard to settle down. Opt for a light snack if you're truly hungry. Perhaps something with a bit of protein or complex carbohydrates, like a small bowl of oatmeal or a handful of nuts. Rather than processed sugary foods, getting enough fiber throughout the day can also help regulate blood sugar, which indirectly supports healthier hormone balance. So, we've covered how the essential nighttime cleaning of your brain happens during sleep and how changes in hormone regulation occur. We've looked at supporting the glymphatic system through hydration and potential sleep position, and how managing stress, creating a wind-down routine, and being mindful of evening food and drink intake can help hormone balance. There's still more happening inside you while you sleep, and more ways you can support it, which we'll explore next. As we continue exploring the important jobs your body does while you sleep after 60, let's touch on something many people experience but might not connect directly to sleep quality: inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a major factor in many age-related diseases, from heart disease and diabetes to arthritis and cognitive decline. It's like your body is constantly running a low-level fever, causing wear and tear on your tissues and organs over time. And guess what? Sleep plays a critical role in regulating inflammation. During healthy sleep, your body produces certain anti-inflammatory substances and helps keep inflammatory markers in check. When sleep is poor, whether it's too little sleep, fragmented sleep, or poor quality sleep, it can actually increase inflammation throughout your body. It's another one of those surprising ways that disrupted sleep can silently impact your health over the long term. Think about how you feel after a bad night's sleep. You might feel physically achy, mentally foggy, and just generally off. Some of that is likely due to increased inflammation that wasn't properly regulated overnight. Over time, this chronic inflammatory state can accelerate aging processes and contribute to the development or worsening of various health conditions. This is why addressing sleep issues isn't just about feeling more awake the next day. It's a fundamental part of managing your overall health and longevity after 60. Supporting your body's ability to manage inflammation while you sleep ties into many of the things we've already discussed, but there are a few more specific angles. Gentle, regular physical activity during the day is a powerful anti-inflammatory tool, and it also generally promotes better sleep. You don't need to run a marathon, even a brisk walk. Some swimming or gardening can make a big difference. The key is consistency. Just be mindful of intense exercise too close to bedtime, as it can be stimulating for some people. Finding that balance is important. Your diet also plays a massive role in managing inflammation. Focusing on an anti-inflammatory diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats is beneficial around the clock, including during sleep. Think colorful berries, leafy greens, fatty fish like salmon with those omega-3s, nuts, and seeds. These foods provide the antioxidants and nutrients your body needs to fight inflammation. Conversely, limiting processed foods, sugary drinks, excessive red meat, and unhealthy fats found in fried foods can help reduce inflammatory burden. It's not about drastic changes, but gradual shifts towards more nutrient-dense, whole foods. Another factor that can subtly impact both inflammation and sleep quality is exposure to light, particularly artificial light at night. We touched on this with melatonin, but blue light emitted from electronic screens is particularly disruptive. It suppresses melatonin most effectively and can throw off your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, which is intertwined with inflammatory pathways. Minimizing screen time in the hour or two before bed is crucial. If you must use screens, some devices have night mode filters that reduce blue light, or you can wear blue light blocking glasses, making your bedroom truly dark. As we discussed earlier, further reinforces this. Beyond the physical and hormonal aspects, sleep is also vital for mental and emotional well-being. And this connection becomes even more apparent as we age. REM sleep, where much of our dreaming occurs, is thought to be important for processing emotions and consolidating emotional memories. Fragmented sleep or reduced REM sleep can impact mood, increase irritability, and even be linked to a higher risk of depression and anxiety. While you sleep, your brain is working on resetting and preparing you emotionally for the next day. When this process is disrupted, it's harder to cope with daily stresses. Supporting the emotional restorative process of sleep often involves addressing underlying stress and anxiety before bed. We mentioned stress management earlier, but finding specific ways to calm your mind in the evening is key. Journaling, talking to a loved one, listening to relaxing music, or practicing simple mindfulness or breathing exercises can help quiet a racing mind that might otherwise keep you awake or lead to restless sleep. Creating a positive and peaceful bedroom environment contributes to this as well, making it a place associated with calm and rest, not worry or activity. Finally, let's talk about the surprising truth I mentioned at the beginning. For many people over 60, one of the biggest disruptions to sleep isn't just age itself, but underlying health conditions that might be undiagnosed or poorly managed. Conditions like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, acid reflux, chronic pain, or even side effects from medications can severely impact sleep quality. You might just think, oh, I'm getting older. This is just how sleep is now. But often, There's a treatable reason for your sleep struggles. That's the surprising part for many. That their poor sleep isn't just a natural part of aging, but potentially a signal that something else needs attention. Getting a proper medical evaluation if you're consistently struggling with sleep is incredibly important. A doctor can help identify if an underlying condition or medication is the culprit and recommend appropriate treatments. Don't just accept poor sleep as inevitable. So, we've taken a deep dive into what happens inside your body while you sleep after 60, from the changes in sleep architecture and the vital brain cleaning process to hormone regulation and inflammation control. We've also explored how sleep impacts your emotional well-being and the surprising role of underlying health conditions. It can seem like a lot, but remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. We talked about the importance of a consistent sleep schedule, creating a dark, quiet, and cool bedroom sanctuary, staying well hydrated, potentially trying side sleeping, managing stress, creating a relaxing wind-down routine, being mindful of evening food and drink, incorporating gentle exercise, and focusing on an anti-inflammatory diet. Each of these small adjustments can work together to support your body's crucial nighttime processes. It's easy to feel discouraged when sleep isn't what it used to be, but understanding what's happening can empower you to take action. Remember, your body is still working hard for you overnight, doing essential maintenance, repair, and clean up. By making some thoughtful changes to your habits and environment, you can help your body do its job more effectively. Small changes truly can make a big difference in how you feel, not just when you wake up, but throughout the day and for your long-term health and happiness. Don't underestimate the power of prioritizing your sleep. It's an investment in your overall well-being. We'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed changes in your sleep patterns after 60? What strategies have you found helpful? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could help others in our community. If you found this information helpful, please give the video a like, as it helps us reach more people who could benefit. And if you want more practical tips and insights for living your best life at every age, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Thank you for joining us today. Take care of yourself, be patient with the process, and live your best life at every age.